What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for clicking on the clip. Being a mechanic, I never for the life of me thought that I would be working on such little bitty machines, but here we are. Never realized trains had rubber drive wheels. Granted, they're square rings, but I had seen a video where somebody had tried using O-rings. So we're going to give the O-ring method a try, considering that's all I've got at this point in time. And figure, give it a shot, see if it works. If it works, cool. If it doesn't work, then we go back and try and find some square rings. But first things first, we take the little bitty flathead screwdriver, pop the truck covers off, and get into the gearbox. I'm going to actually turn around and pop the drive axle out. That way I can kind of manipulate the O-ring a little bit better, because I did get some smaller O-rings. That way it was a good tight fit, in hopes that they wouldn't slip and maybe they'd flatten out a little bit and give a little bit more of a contact point. Downfall that I see with O-rings is it's a circle, so therefore the minimum amount of weight that we have on these trains is going to give an extremely tiny contact patch. So if we get over too many cars and too much drag weight, I have a feeling that these things are just going to slip and spin, and it's not going to be the most opportune of things to use. So we'll very carefully pop the drive axle out, and of course I didn't pay attention to which way it came out. So we'll see later on in the video how that turned around to bite me a little bit. But moving forward, notice we got little ridges, so we're going to take these little dinky O-rings and hope they don't rip or break or pop when we try and walk them on over the edge. Now, being that I've got fingernails, I can usually take the fingernails and just walk it very easily over an edge. But, of course, these being tiny and me not being accustomed to doing this, it took a couple of tries. One side done. Now flip over to the other side. The green Lionel that I got is only a one-wheel squeal. I'm really thinking about trying to figure out how to switch out a drive axle, or maybe even put the axle assembly in my lathe and cut and D-ring groove in there, or square ring groove in the axle. That way I can get two-wheel squeal. Oop, see, you got to be careful because they will pop. It's a very sharp edge, surprisingly. Was not expecting these drive wheels to have such fine edges and everything. It's real easy. If you're kind of hard with a screwdriver or something, you will mar up the edges of the drive wheels, the edges of any of the steel wheels. They just doesn't take much to bend them whatsoever. So you got to be careful. Turn around, try and fight with this one a little bit. Slide it over. Maybe. Possibly. Sometime this year. See, if you're having problems like this, don't feel bad. You're not the only one, that's for sure. If you're new to the hobby, there's so much to learn that YouTube is your best friend. And that one just fell off. Yep. Fun with trains. Gotta love it. Buy brand new. You don't have problems. You buy used. You get them for a heck of a deal. But they need some work. If you're going to be in the hobby, sometimes it's more fun to know what you're doing. And learn. Learn how to fix them. Learn how to get stuff done. Alright, so we're going to go with attempt number 1. See what happens. Give her a little bit of juice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Something's wrong in Chinatown. I think we got a little bit of a problem. We'll Pop the wheel truck cover back off. Yeah. Drive gear was in backwards. Put the axle in the right way. It might actually grab a gear and spin. Okay, let's try this again. One more time. And we got motion. And we got dead track. There we go. Still kicking, still squawking, but it's moving. That's a bonus. It wasn't doing that before. Oop, dead track. These switches are a pain in the butt. Yep. Alright. Let it run around the track a little bit, see if the motor's going to do okay. And we'll hook her to some cars and see how she pulls. Sounds like it's slipping a little bit, but not too bad. At least it's staying on the track. Eight cars in a caboose. Let's see what she does. It's pulling, but it's slipping. So, alright, yep, I guess square rings are the way to go. O-rings are if you're in a real big bind. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please turn around and hit that subscribe button. You don't really want to miss out on much else. And go ahead, hit the like button on this video and throw a comment in there if you got a helpful hand or some kind of advice or just something to say. Appreciate y'all, and I'll catch you in the next video.